Hi Yasmin, welcome to the stream. I'm doing great. I got some practice in today and I feel like I have improved further a bit. And I think today is the last stream that I'm doing with studying water. I will be moving on after this, or maybe during the stream. I'm not really sure. It's time I make some illustrations with water in them. But like for this stream, it's gonna be another study. I'm just gonna get started with using a reference. I had downloaded a few. This is one reference that I'm gonna be doing today. I'm just gonna roughly can't really. I'm just gonna import the image and draw over it. Next stream maybe I'll probably be painting an illustration, but more like a practice illustration. So I'm completely in a practice mode, and I think I will be for like a long time to come. So any studies that I do or even illustrations that I make will be like in a practice mode only. Yesterday I think you were there for like these two, the top two ones yesterday, and the rest I did today. I'm very impressed with this one and this one as well. I even changed the colors. This is how the reference looks, and I changed up the colors. Kind of just wanted to experiment, and I enjoyed what I got as the final result. Because like it's gonna be in a practice mode, because I've found out that when I'm like I need to make an illustration which needs to look good for social media, it just ends up taking way too long, ends up being not creative at all, art block inducing. So practice is always like a fun thing to do. Yeah, and also like using colors, so added colors. Maybe I'll do it with this one as well. The background is already blurred, so what I can do is I can paint over. I think that should do the trick. I have come to really like this method of studying in which you just only focus on the things that are part of the study instead of doing other things, like not working on the background in this one. So I still have to like make the background look like there's no water, because otherwise I just have like a lot of hints. I think I'm gonna just add another layer of caution blur at the end. And earlier I couldn't even think of like practicing in this way. I used to feel like I need to do everything on my own, but that was like a wrong approach to learning. And it's only like fairly recently that I started to do it differently. Okay, I'm gonna blur it now, and it's gonna look almost normal. I'm not gonna draw the hands on the cup, I'm just gonna make the splash. Okay. Just trying to study the colors a bit. Yes, exactly. I like spent a good chunk of today finding ready to use references, on like yesterday when I was like even after I had references I was still finding them on the stream. Okay, maybe I'll make the glass here and not there, just like in this one. There was also a cup. I just didn't make it. And it's also important to like study from the right references. You need to know what you cannot study for like the time being. Because you may just like end up getting confused. Hmm. Anyways, I'm gonna just make the glass a floaty thing. I'm not gonna work on it. Gotta focus. It is starting to resemble, but it still requires some work. Now I need a darker shade, which I'm gonna try and pick from the reference and see if it works, and if not, I'm gonna manually pick up. But I guess I should also compare. %5% from last. Okay, so what I chose is way brighter. I'm not trying to copy the reference, I'm just trying to apply what I've like done and observed till now. I mean, yeah, I guess there's nothing wrong with temples. That's a good trick, I guess. Though I'm not much of a character designer. Okay. So character design is also like one of the things that's on my to-do list. Like I want to try doing it sometime. See if I can do it. I've like tried it once or twice and I was like extremely bad at it. Hi Linux, welcome to the stream. And I hope you are well rested. Yeah, I guess this is as far as I can work on this. Well, that That is a difficult question to answer because this is my new art style. My art style that I had like say to March, I'm not gonna go back to that because even though it's like okay a decent illustration, it's not an output that I personally enjoy looking at. Right, I think yeah, this is as far as I'm gonna go on this one. This was a difficult reference to study, so I think I did okay-ish. Yeah, I guess I should download more, like I have them saved in my collection. Hmm. Can I just like take out a screenshot? I need it for practice. I like this one, it's extremely hard. Like by that I meant that the art style will like it's hard to explain. So I'm like following a practice that's in a book that I read by another artist. So in that book, it stated that like to improve, find a role model and practice their art, make art in their own style, and then try to like use that art style for your own works after you're done with the study. So that's what I meant, that I'll be able to like manipulate things in the current art style that I'm doing. It's sort of hard to explain, and I don't know if that makes much sense. I like even I don't know how it's gonna be looking after I'm done with this study. Yes, exactly. It's a little hard, but it's all stuff that I'm gonna practice. So I'll just, I guess, give it a go. Like, how bad can it be? The worst thing is I'm gonna leave it midway, or it's gonna end up looking extremely bad. Like, can't be worse than that. I also wanted to try out this one. This one is also nice. And one more. I guess it's okay to give up and try again in another piece. This one is also really nice because of the yellow here on the glass. It's actually like spot on for my study, but it's also extremely hard. can find similar ones, I think it'll be amazing. Like this one is cool. Oh no, I feel like instead of trying to keeping on correcting something, like if you're making an illustration it's just not looking fine, so you just keep on trying and retrying, I think that doesn't add much value to your own learning process. And that's why I think it's better to give up and just try again in a new piece. Like I'll show you that Kazuha painting that we were doing on the stream the other day. I redid it quite a few times because I was just not able to achieve a level of messiness that I sort of aimed at, because I could like just did this in 15 minutes and I was like, oh, this is good. But when it came to making an illustration, I struggled and I like spent a lot of time. And at this point, I just felt like, okay, I should move on. So I didn't complete it. It's still like in between, but I'm not gonna go back to it and do it again. So that's something that I meant when I said that it's fine to give up and start anew, because the process needs to be fun. Like, at least for me, could be different for different people, but if I'm not enjoying and if I'm like taking pressure, I don't do too well. And it's also something that I recently only realized. So I was doing it the other way around before that. This is a really nice one. It also helps to experiment with different colors. Mm. This is cool. I think I've found enough. Though I kind of do want to start another painting for practice. Like, I've had a lot of trouble with perfectionism and focusing on details, as you already know. And it's like till maybe a month or two back since I started painting, I was always struggling with that. And now that I have realized it from a little while back, but I hadn't been able to work on it. But now I'm like finally trying to take some concrete steps to not fall back into it. Water droplets covering the screen. Yeah, that is a good idea. Like, I know what you mean. Like, if a character maybe in a rainy time sitting beside a window, I get it. That may be something that I paint but that's a good idea. But I kind of want to do it in Kanliu style. Like, if you haven't seen it yet, I will show you. Okay, not something as complicated, obviously, but um, but obviously something like this I'd like to do. I could also use like Genshin characters and stuff because they've also got the elemental powers. So this is the artist I'm studying, and this is the art style I'm aiming for now. And I don't know, maybe after some time I'll start a different art study, so I'll again have a complete change. And this is like all geared towards improving my own, finding and improving my own original art style. Yes, so I think droplets would be a little on the easier side. Like something like this. That's what I want to be able to pull off. And if I show you some of this artist's majestic works, there are a lot of them. Yep, this one is pretty famous. Like, this artist paints water extremely well. Like, if you see this one, there are like a lot of. Yes, I was also thinking like Child, Farina, Novelette. I really like Novelette. Yeah, but in art you can like draw anything to your own interpretation. So I'm not like really bound by, can this character actually do this? Is it canon or not? I can just do whatever I want. We downloaded a couple. I don't know if I can attempt painting a glass for now. Let's do this. But it's actually a really nice reference. This is all of my water practice. Day 1, day 2, I mean 1 and 2. I was very noob. Day 3-ish. And day 3 and 4. So that's where I started to understand more. And this is day 4 and today. So there is some day-on-day improvement. Okay, I'm gonna move on. Yeah, that was like my first ever illustration that I painted December of last year. No, not like last year, the year before that, 2023. It's pretty bad. I really like this brush. It gives a nice, um, quick, painterly strokes. Okay. Moment of truth. There's only mostly 3 colors and a little bit of black. I can actually study the values that I've been doing so far. Hmm. So I'm gonna use this gray for outlines. Maybe it's a bit too dark. Unsplash actually has way better image quality as compared to Pinterest. This is something I realized today. Oh, is there a way to smudge all the layers with one brush? I don't know if there is such a thing in Clip Studio. It should be. Okay, so the color I ended up choosing is close, so I'm gonna just go ahead with what I chose. Yeah, just disclaimer, it can be bad. Yep, I just went ahead and picked up a difficult reference. Hmm, it's tilted what I'm showing. The whole thing is tilted. Well, we are yet to see if it will look bad. I'm not very confident. Yeah, this is the way I learn. All right, Linux, see you. Instead of saying you mean saturated, it has like uh darker and brighter values. I'm trying to work at it. Okay, it's bad. Yep, I need more defined shapes. Guess I'ma just stick to easier water. The hard one is not for me, at least not for now. although it was nice to know what I can and cannot do. I guess this is fine. What would I even do after learning all the different ways I can paint water nicely? I'm not a water person. I think also the brush strokes that I made, they were like pretty big. I should have had more variety in my brush sizes. That's one thing I could have improved. And also more directional painting. Uh, that's also some place where I lacked in this piece and today as well. Can't paint water if you're not painting in direction. Alright, I'm gonna let it stay like this. Good to revisit in the future and see how badly I messed up. It's also nice to mess up once in a while. Alright, I think today we're gonna be having a short stream only. I think I'm gonna start working on something new, and for that, I'm gonna have to brainstorm a little bit. So, I think this is it for today. I think yesterday we made more water practices in the stream, and today it's only like the second one. But also, yesterday's stream was like twice as long, so I guess we're like doing fine speed wise. So I will see you guys tomorrow. So bye bye.